Good afternoon. We'll give everyone a few minutes to join the session. Thank you for being with us today. Welcome, Monica. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to join us, but glad that you're here to learn about this program. We'll give people just another minute and then we'll get started. Okay, well, we'll get started. Thank you for being here today. We're going to go over a wonderful new grant program that's being offered by the City of Laredo in partnership with LiftFund. This grant is called the Small Business Outdoor Spaces Program and is opens today for application. This session is being offered bilingually, and if you prefer to listen in Spanish, this is how you can do that.
Buenas tardes. En los controles de la reunión, selecciona el botón de interpretación. Selecciona el idioma que desea escuchar, español. Para escuchar solo el idioma interpretado, selecciona silenciar audio original. Esto es opcional.
So I want to welcome you all today. My name is Lilian Spedley. I am Director of Compliance and Grant Administration here at LiftFund. We are the ones who will be sort of administering this grant in partnership with the City of Laredo. We are delighted to be here, to be joined here today with Arnold Lozano, who is the Economic Development Administrator at the City of Laredo. LiftFund and the city have partnered on many programs throughout the past number of years to support small businesses of Laredo through grant programs, through low interest loan programs, and other opportunities. So thank you so much, Arnold, for your long partnership to make things better for small business owners in Laredo.
Thank you, Lilian. It's a sincere pleasure to be part of such an amazing program, and as Lilian said, a new program. On behalf of the City of Laredo and our Department of Economic Development, we're very innovative in the way we're thinking about how to reach the small business community, who is so important and who is still so important, who survived the pandemic, who learned from the pandemic, and are continuing to grow and expand and become stronger and more resilient because of it. So this program, like Lilian mentioned, is a partnership between the City of Laredo and LiftFund. We are proud partners with LiftFund on another amazing program. We continue year after year to explore opportunities to partner and collaborate with one another and improve programs that are existing and put our heads together to think of new programs. So we're excited and delighted to see that so many people are interested in this program. We hope that it's able to reach the entire community And please know that here at the City of Laredo Economic Development, small businesses are on the forefront, and they are a priority for our city. So again, thank you very much, Lillian, for everything that you've done and everything that you will do as part of this program.
Absolutely. So to give you an overview of the program, we'll go through a few slides, and then we'll take you to the website where you'll be able to see where you can actually submit the application and find all of the information that we're going to cover today. We will also post the slides from today on the website after the presentation is finished. As Arnold mentioned, this is a new program that we're offering. The city has allocated $300,000 to support for-profit and nonprofit organizations, with grants up to $20,000 for single businesses and up to $30,000 for owners who own a strip of businesses, all with a shared facade. And this grant is specifically to help those businesses to beautify their outdoor spaces for their customers, for themselves, and for the city. The application, as I mentioned, opened today. We'll go through an initial application period of 1 month until December 15th. And all applications that we receive during that time will be considered and given first dibs on this funding. If we still have funding left after that first month, we'll continue accepting applications for as long as there's funding available. But those who do get their application completed and submitted in the first month will be given first priority. So the criteria of this grant, so it must be used to fund outdoor improvements to the outdoor area of your business. The grant amount can cover up to 75% of the project cost, up to that $20,000 or $30,000 limit. You can only receive one grant per business at each location. But if you do have multiple businesses in different locations, you are eligible to submit an application for each one. However, we'll make sure that everyone who is qualified and has submitted will receive a grant for one location first, and then if there's funding still available, then we'll consider those applications for a second location. And then funding can't be used to pay for work that is already in progress or has already been completed earlier this year or in the past. So it's not a reimbursement program. It is to fund new work to be completed. You will need to have all relevant permits and licenses and historic preservation authorities in place before the grant will be funded, and you'll be asked to submit proof of those. The grant funds cannot be used for just general business expenses or to pay yourself or employees of your business to complete this work. You will need to work with a certified contractor. And then if you have received other grant funds through other programs from the City of Laredo and LiftFund that were federal funding, you will need to disclose those on the application, and those funds can't be used for the same purpose and project as these funds. So you can't use two different sets of money to cover the same costs. So some examples of projects that can be funded through this program are upgrades to your exterior walls, your windows, the stucco, the stonework, your repainting, any lighting that you may have. It can be used to improve or install a patio area for your customers. So patio equipment, putting up decorative fencing as long as it's not chain link. This program is really aimed at beautifying our city. It can also be used for landscaping, so planting in-ground plants, around the area of your property. Again, it could be used for fencing. The things it can't be used for are brand new construction, parking lots, burglar bars, chain link fencing, or sidewalk repairs. So there are two sort of groups of eligibility requirements and two review phases of the program. First will be the part that LiftFund will review you for in terms of eligibility. So number one, you have to be located within the city of Laredo and also be located in one of either a difficult development area, a qualified census tract, or the central business district. And we'll have links to all of those areas on the website that we'll show you in a little bit, where you can put in your address and see if your business falls within one of those areas. You'll need to meet the SBA size standard for small business. So be qualified as a small business based on federal guidelines, and those are typically based on either annual revenue or the number of employees that you have. And we'll also have a link where you can look that up on the website. You must have experienced negative impacts on your business as a result of the pandemic. The way that we'll verify that is to look at your 2019 tax return, and then any year within 2020, 2021, 2022, or 2023, and we'll be looking for a decrease in gross sales. Now, this program only requires that you be operational starting on or before January 1, 2023. So if you, just began in 21 or 22, we'll work with you to verify those losses in other ways, since you won't have a 2019 tax return. You'll need to be in good standing with the Texas Comptroller's Office, if applicable. So that is relevant for LLCs and corporations. Sole proprietors don't need to worry about that. And then you need to be an independently owned small business, so no franchisers, and you must be registered with either the Secretary of State through a certificate of incorporation or formation, or as a sole proprietor with a DBA or assumed name certificate with Webb County. So LiftFund, you'll submit an application. We'll ask you for a number of documents to verify all of those things. And then if your application meets all of those criteria, then you'll be vetted by the city to make sure that you are in good standing with the city in terms of all taxes, permits, no citations, no code compliances, all of that. That you don't have any unpaid code enforcement liens or other violations. Again, that you're up to date on all taxes, whether that's payroll, sales, unemployment, property, and then state and federal taxes. And then if applicable, if your building is a historically designated building, then your plans need to be approved by the Historical District Landmark Board. And then also the city will work with you to help you obtain and make sure that you have any necessary permits for the work that is going to be completed before the work begins. So this, in terms of what types of businesses are eligible for this program, it's very open. The only business industries that are not eligible are franchisors, home-based businesses, so you need to have a commercial storefront, gambling businesses, sexually oriented businesses, payday and auto loan providers, things that are related to smoking, so tobacco, CBD, or vape stores, and then if you're in a government-owned building. Excuse me. And we will have this list of the ineligible industries again on the website, so no need to try and memorize all of this right here. The list of the documents that we will request from you will be your driver's license, a current driver's license or government issued photo ID. So that can be a passport, it can be matricula, any government issued photo ID, as long as it hasn't expired. We'll ask for your formation documents. to make sure that your business is registered. We'll request your most recent business utility bill. So that's water, gas, or electric. We will not take the phone bill or internet bill. We'll be looking for your most recent business bank statement. And all that we're looking for there is to have evidence of some deposits and business activity to verify that your business is operating. And then we'll be looking for 2 years of tax returns, either the 2019 return and then one other year between 2020, 21, 22, and 23. And we're looking there again to see a decrease in gross sales between 2019 and that one other year that you'll provide. Again, for startup businesses who may not have that 2019 return, we'll work with you to verify those losses in other ways. Then we're going to need a quote, a very detailed quote from a contractor who's going to be performing the work that you want to have done through this grant. They need to be registered. That contractor needs to be registered as a City of Laredo business. It should, of course, have a detailed breakdown of the project costs and totals, and then details about what the work that will be done includes. So layouts, dimensions, colors, anything else that's relevant to the particular project that you wish to undertake. Then we'll request 5 photos of your building as it currently is, because we'll be looking once the work is completed to certify that everything has been done. So we want a before and after view. And then if you are renting your business space from a landlord or an owner, we'll need to, of course, be sure that they have authorized this work to the facility. And so we'll be looking for a notarized letter of approval for the work to be done from whoever that property owner is. So the application process is completed online at the website, which is Laredo Outdoor Grant.com. The application takes about an hour to complete, in addition to, of course, collecting those photos and the contractor quote and estimate. Once you have all those things, it takes about an hour. You will be able to save your work and jump in and out of the application as much as you like until the application has been completed. And then, of course, all the required documents must be there in order for you to be able to submit. You won't be able to submit an incomplete application. So if you have any questions, there are a lot of resources to assist you. Again, all of this information can be found on the website, which is Laredo Outdoor Grant.com. You can also reach out to our grant team at 800-923-9551 at any time. And you can also email us at sbgrants@liftfund.com. We'll also be hosting another info session online, like this one, as well as an in-person info session in the next few weeks. We hosted one of those yesterday at LiftFund's office, and we'll have another one before the initial application period ends. A few other offerings that LiftFund has to support small businesses. We do offer loans in addition to grants, and you can find out information about those on our website. We have our business coaching team that offers free workshops and one-on-one consultations, and you can find out more about those or sign up for a business coaching session again on our website. And then lastly, you can check out the list of our upcoming workshops and events and register for those at liftfund.com/events. So now let's jump over to the website, and I'll just briefly show you where all of this information is found and go into a little bit more detail. If you do have any questions, excuse me, at any time, feel free to put them in the Q&A and we'll answer those as we go. So again, that website is Laredo Outdoor Grant.com. You'll see here all of the information on the grant amounts, and then right at the top, this big orange Apply Now button. that will be open, as we mentioned, until funds have been fully awarded. You'll see here that information on the what the grant can be used for and what it can't, as well as those example projects. You'll have the section on eligibility requirements, and here's where you can find those maps of the difficult development area, the qualified census tract, and we will, in the next, as soon as possible, have the map for the central business district up, but I'll just demonstrate this. So if you click on here, you'll want to select the 2024 boundaries and then select difficult development areas. There we go. We'll kind of zoom in onto the area, and then we can pick this as well as the qualified census tract, and then you'll be able to enter your address up here. And if your address falls into one of the colored, the purple or one of the two purple colored blobs, then you'll qualify, as well as if you are within or if you're in the central business district. You'll have here both the eligibility criteria that are verified by LiftFund, as well as those that are being verified by the city of Laredo. You'll have that list of those required documents, and then a little bit more detail in terms of timeline and the application process. So you'll first submit that application to LiftFund. LiftFund will review the application to make sure you meet the primary eligibility criteria. If that's the case, we'll share that information with the City of Laredo. And at that point, you'll actually schedule an appointment to meet with Arnold or a member of his team to go through those second eligibility criteria during a consultation. Once the city has verified that all of those criteria, those secondary criteria are met, they will confirm that for LiftFund. If everything is good to go, LiftFund will send you an award agreement in DocuSign. So you'll want to keep an eye out in your email. We'll ask you at that point to do a quick verification call with us, submit some information confirming your bank account where you want those funds to be deposited. And then within about a week, we'll issue the grant amount to you. From that point, you'll have 120 days to have the project work completed. And then once you complete the project, within 60 days, you'll need to submit a final report to the city, which includes the city coming out to your business location to do an inspection of the work that was done. And then you'll need to submit to them a report that shows all of the receipts for the funds and how they were used, the contractors' payroll reports, and all of that needs to be completed by the end of September 2025. So we've got about 9 months from today to get all of this done. As I mentioned, we will have 2 more info sessions. So we'll have that in-person session at LiftFund's office at 902 East Calton on December 2nd. And that'll be from 9 to noon, and you can drop in any time that you like and get in-person help with the application. We'll also have another info session as a webinar on December 3rd, and you're welcome to register for that one, but it'll be very similar to today's session. And then we have some frequently asked questions here, which you can review. And then again, we're always available anytime to help you through any part of this process by calling our team at 800-923-9551 or emailing us at SB, as in small business, grants @liftfund.com. So I'll pause here and see if we have any questions from our guests. And I see we have a couple more people who joined us today since we got started. So welcome, and please let us know how we can help you for this program. And you're welcome to type those questions. They can be in English or Spanish. We have a bilingual team ready to assist.
Liliana, this is Arnold. If I may,
Yes.
have a question for the attendees, also for me to be able to share that we're able to answer questions as we receive them also. But now that the application period is open, do businesses need to schedule with LiftFund offices if they need any help uploading? Can they do that anytime?
Yes, so they should reach out to our grant team, call us or email us, and then we can coordinate with the local office a time that will work best for them to go in and get that help with scanning.
Great, thank you.
Great question, thank you. Okay, well, it looks like we may have a quiet group or a group that just fully gets everything. I think we can end our session, but certainly if you all have any questions that you think of as you begin the actual application process, or if you think of them later today, please don't hesitate to reach out to our team here at our contact info on the website. And we encourage you all to apply, and we look forward to working with you to make the city more beautiful. Thank you so much for coming today, and thank you, Arnold, for being here.